Okay, so what I was saying is, so now I can just rotate the back of the foot only, and that looks pretty bad because my weight painting's pretty bad. So I was trying to be quick, but so it can rotate up. Okay. Well, what if, let me show my joints again so we can kind of see what's going on here. What if we wanted to be able to go rotate on the ball and the hill? Well, all we would have to do is parent the ball to the hill. And now we can rotate from the location of the hill, but not everything follows. Okay, that's because I don't have these IK handles parented to it. So if I grab this toe and parent it to the ball, now everything belongs to this hill locator, and I can rotate the heel up. And I'm just looking at the bottom of the shoe. The top is really lousy. But I could also rotate it. If I was pretending the foot was rotating forward, the foot was rolling forward, then I could rotate the ball forward. But everything rotates. That's not good. So we need to parent the toe locator to the heel locator. So now if I grab this ball locator, now the toe will stay put. But the leg will move up like it's supposed to. Okay, so I just undid. Now, we probably want this ball locator. It might be useful if that belongs to the ball. Let's see what happens. So if I grab the ball now, yep, that looks a lot better. Okay, so it rotates forward, and the toe stays planted. Okay, so again, you can just experiment with this. But now what we really want to do is hook all this up so the animator doesn't have to think about these locators or even know that they exist. Okay. Okay, so we got that working. So now I need to add this control back on since I lost that work. I got the foot control selected. I don't really need to be able to see these locators anymore. I'm going to select them, press Control H to hide them. Select this control, go to Edit, Add Attribute. I'm going to call it Roll, just like we did last time. Go to -10, 10, and 0. Click OK. And now we're going to use what's called set-driven keys. And what we can do is we need to select our locators that we need to rotate. So I'm going to select all of these. Then we're going to go to our Animate menu, Animate, Set-driven key, Set, pops up this window. And then we need to load our driver. So that's our foot control with our custom attribute. Click Load Driver, and there is the custom attribute. Okay. Now we're going to key this. This is, again, just like creating animation, but instead of being dependent on the timeline, it's dependent. The rotate of these locators is dependent on the roll attribute instead of time. So I'm going to select all three of these, and I need to rotate them on, looks like on, well, I got it all messed up, looks like. Actually, we need the locators, sorry. So it looks like X, X, and X. And that's because the X handle is pointing out. So I know that's where I need to rotate it. In fact, if I go to my rotate tool, the X handle is the one that's in line with the rotations that I need. So I got my roll attribute selected. I'm going to select all three of these. Then I'm going to click my rotate X, and I'm going to click key. Okay, so that's what it is at 0. We won't have any effect to this yet, but now I selected my roll attribute, and then I middle mouse click and drag out in the user interface, and I can adjust this value, or you could just select it and then type in -10. And now we need to rotate this ball group. So we're going to roll the foot forward to something that's just a little bit beyond what we think our animator will ever need. Then I'll select all 3 of these attributes again and key the rotate X to the roll. So I click key. And now I'm going to set my roll attribute to a +10. And this time I need to grab the heel locator and rotate it back as far as I think the animator will ever need to go, plus a little bit. So go -55. And then I'll select all 3 locators, making sure that roll is still selected and the rotate X is still selected, and press key. Now I can easily have my character roll his foot along the ground. Now, never mind, my mesh looks terrible due to my bad weight painting. So my character can walk really easy now. And that's about all there is to set driven keys. If we wanted to, we could press that a little bit further and we could roll, try to get the character's toe to roll up on its toe all the way. In order to do that, we would have to change our hierarchy around a little bit, but it would be worth experimenting with. And then our -10 value on our roll could mean not only that it rolls forward, but it does like a tippity toe, like ballet dancer sort of move. Anyway, food for thought.